Good morning. Good morning, esteemed viewers. Welcome to this one-off edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. I'm Christian Chuku. On this one-off edition of the program, we are here right in Ogba to get people talking about pertinent issues happening in society. Today, I want to say a big welcome to everyone watching us online this morning. Philip today welcomes you to this exciting program on the streets. I have my committed analysts here this morning. They are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. I have Mr. Kunli, I have Mr. Because they have Mr. Matthew and also Oluwawan here this morning. They are here to do justice to newspaper headlines. Let's look at what we have today. I have with me the Punch newspaper. I have the Punch newspaper with me, and I also have the Daily Sun newspaper. This morning, Daily Sun, what do we have beside the masthead of the Daily Sun this morning? Gunmen attack police headquarters, kill inspector in Abia State. Gunmen attack police headquarters, kill inspector in Abia. Another 10 in Plateau Market. Another 10 in Plateau Market. Strengthen your capacity to deal with crimes. IGP charges CP. Strengthen your capacity to deal with crimes. IGP charges CP. How would the Commissioner of Police strengthen their capacity to deal with crimes if they don't have what the necessary manpower or ammunition it takes to deal with crimes? Lawan defends cars, Jubo pay for lawmakers. Lawan, the Senate President, defends cars, jumbo pay for lawmakers. Nigerians to pay more taxes, levies next year. That is our main headline this morning. Nigerians to pay more taxes, levies next year. FIRX nets over 5 trillion naira upbeat on meeting VAT target. FIRS nets 5 trillion naira upbeat on meeting VAT target. COVID-19 will no longer accept short self-life vaccines. Will no longer accept short self-life vaccines. Only fully vaccinated graduates will serve from next year. NYSC. Only fully vaccinated graduates will serve from next year. That's from the NYSC. EFCC turns back on vaccinated staff. EFCC turns back on vaccinated staff. Okay, that's this meeting of religious leaders in Abuja yesterday. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo seen with the Sultan of Sokoto and also Mohammed Saad Abubakar. Yes, that's the Sultan of Sokoto. Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmed Abubakar Gumi is also there. Facilitator and President Vision Africa Bishop Sunday Onoha, also there. Bishop Sunday Onoha in that meeting. And elder statesman Alhaji Tanko Ekasai there also. And there's a dialogue retreat in Abuja. Religious dialogue retreat in Abuja. Okay, let's look at the Punch. The main headline on the Punch is by this morning: 3,125 killed, 2,703 abducted in 11 months. VIPs, not federal government. 3,125 killed, 2,703 abducted in 11 months. VIPs, not federal government. Match words with actions. All not well. Obasanjo, Sultan, ACF, others tell federal government. Match your words with actions. All not well. Obasanjo, Sultan, ACF, others tell federal government. Buhari prefers traveling abroad to visiting victims of banditry, says Northern Khan. Buhari prefers traveling abroad to visiting victims of banditry, says Northern Christian Association of Nigeria. Nigeria must trash 1999 constitution to overcome security challenges. That's from Gani Adams. Nigeria must trash 1999 constitution to overcome security challenges. That's from Gani Adams. Okay, there's a suspected miscreants, hoodlums and drug peddlers posing as Okada riders during an enforcement operation at the 7th Avenue, Festac Town, Lagos, by members of the Lagos State Environmental and Special Offences Unit on Monday. These are the photos of suspected miscreants, hoodlums, and drug dealers posing as Okada riders. They were caught and paraded yesterday. NYSC makes vaccination compulsory for prospective coppers in 2022. On ASU, latest on ASU, strike will be indefinite, won't end until all agreements are fulfilled. Strike will be indefinite and it won't end until all agreements are fulfilled. Okay, let's have Mr. Kunle this morning. Mr. Kunle, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. Good to be alive today and count down to Christmas.
Yes.
I think 11 days now.
Yeah, 11 days.
Yeah.
11 days of Christmas. I hope this is not the bad news for you or for Nigerians. Nigerians to pay more taxes, levies next year.
Yeah,
Let me get your position.
I've seen that, and I really like the editor of this paper, right? The way he placed the stories.
Yeah.
You know, there are two different stories. One is a pleasant story for the people that are going to be partaker of it, who are the National Assembly and the House of Rep member. That's the Senate and the House of Rep. They are going to get a jumbo pay, and and Lawal is defending it. The jumbo pay. Why the unpleasant story for the masses like us now is that we are going to pay more.
The jumbo pay for lawmakers and Nigerians to pay extra.
That's why I said, well, let me greet the viewers. Viewers, compliment of the season. Wishing you Merry Christmas in advance. Now, about our issues here, the pleasant stories we have here is for the Senate and the what's it called, the House of Rep.
Yeah.
And those ones are the real Nigeria, the way things are now. They've classified themselves as the true Nigeria because they are the one enjoying the goodies. Why the unpleasant story is for us here that we should be ready to be more to pay more taxes and to be ready to pay more for the service delivery. What are the service delivery? The four pumping machine, filling station, price hike. And another thing is transport, food, everything. We soar high because of what? Because of the inflation and because of the loan we are getting that we're using to mortgage our life. So definitely China is going to start dictating our economy. You could see the IMF came the other time and asking us to devalue more our naira. I think these are the policy of hardship. They've seen that the leaders of Nigerians are perpetrated, that have been perpetrating on the Nigerian. That's the hardship policy. So they've seen that and they want to support the government to start killing us softly. So all those IMF all those China loans we are collecting, there will still be a repercussion. And who are the people that will face the consequence? They are the children of the poor. Because all these people borrowing the loan, none of their children will partake in the payment.
You say it's slavery loan.
It's a slavery loan. The way I say it, generation upon generation, we keep paying the loan. And you could see now that we should be ready to pay taxes. Can you tax jobless people? How are you going to tax jobless people that don't have job? Or you start arresting people on the street to come and pay tax? You start arresting hungry man that has never even taken a square meal in a day to come and pay tax? I don't know how they are going to work it out. I don't know. I don't know how this government is going to work that policy out.
Gunmen attack police headquarters, kill inspector in Abia. And the IGP is charging Commissioner of Policemen, saying that strengthen your capacity to deal with crimes. How would they be able to strengthen their capacity? The IGP is telling the CPs.
Are they going to go on foot or what? I don't know. It's ammunition they have, they will use to defend their territorial offices, stations, and the citizens. But go and check the armory of Nigerian police. And I don't know. You see, the country is just all man for himself. All man for himself. The police that you are putting in their lives in danger, nevertheless, they have their own, shortcoming. But are they well equipped? Are they motivated to even carry out the functionality of the COP, of the Nigerian police agency, or what they call them, police force? They are not. When you go to their barrack, you pity police. The barrack they stay, you pity them. So how do you expect somebody that will come from such, estate, dilapidated estate to come and start functioning well? The problem in this country is too enormous. That is why, since we have been rolling ourselves like this, rolling, and things are not working, let's go back to where we started from. Let's go back. If you don't know where you're going, go back to where you're coming from, so that we can trace the problem and solve the problem. And part of the problem now is the constitution that is binding us now. The constitution is a scam constitution. Until we trash that constitution out, before we can know the headway. For now, we are just, they go round and round. We go round, we come round. That's just the issue now. We are just rotating round and round until we tackle that constitution that binds the so-called country called Nigeria together. That is where we can have an headway.
Strike will be indefinite, won't end until all agreements are fulfilled. That's from the Association of.
And that's been a tradition. Now, I've never wake up in this country at older. With little age I am now, I'll say, with the age of mine now, it's been a tradition I've been hearing. ASU government versus ASU versus government is a trend, and it's a normal trend that has been going on for a while. And the solution we've been saying here is, all these people that call themselves leaders, check or picket all their children. Don't let them travel abroad. Enroll them. Let them make their children enroll in Nigerian universities, in Nigerian institutions. When they do that, they will remember that once ASU fail, their children will has failed. Once ASU fail, their what's it called, has failed. So until we get that done, that we should picket all the children of these leaders that send their children abroad to US, to London, to Amsterdam, to all those things, to gain more, privilege than us here, until they stop that, picket them and bring them back to Nigeria. That we want all your children. You could see one of the governors that enrolled his son in a public school in Kaduna. And so, as I'm talking to you now, that kid has been withdrawn. They withdrew that kid to an unknown place now because of security reasons. So once you bring all those guys' children, even Mr. President's son should go to University of Katsina. Mr. Oshibajo's son should go to University of Lagos. Let all the governors enroll their children in their state university they said they created, so that they can be serious with educational facilities in this country. Without that, we keep seeing all this ASU government, because government will not take ASU serious, because they are not affected.
Because they are not affected.
Because the government are not. The average government person has the children abroad. So how is he affected? How is he affected? Tell me. Because an average political holder, his dream is when I get to that post, I'll send my children to Cambridge. I have to send my children to Harvard. I have to send my children to Harvard. I have to send my children to Oxford. That's their dream. So how would they be serious with the educational policy here? They will never. Make sure their children are here with us. Go to private school, primary school, government primary school, government secondary school, government tertiary institution. Then you will not know seriously. Just like the healthcare too. All of them go on jamboree. Medical tourism abroad. Meanwhile, they forget the dilapidated clinic, hospitals. They live here behind. And they don't want to die. They want us to die with dilapidated medical facilities here. But they will run down to my brother. You see, I think it's time for us to call it a spade a spade. Let us restructure this country. I've been saying this restructuring. People saying I'm changing. I'm not changing anything. No. Anybody that wants to sell his candidacy, presidency to me, that restructuring must be in. And not like voodoo restructuring the APC promised that time. This time around, you will sign your retirement. I mean, your sack. What's it called? An undertaking. That if I don't carry out restructuring within 6 months, I enter power. I mean, I've been sworn in. Please get me sacked or get me impeached. You will sign it boldly, and people, Nigerians will see. So, if the National Assembly now fails to sack or to impeach the person, we will now mobilize to Abuja and show him, okay, this is the what's it called? MOU you signed with us. Now, why have you not done the restructuring? So it's as simple as ABC, because we have to put an end to all this madness going on in this country. Okay. For us to get for us to get to the light at the end of the tunnel. If you don't do that, we keep still rolling around. We go just roll around. As Fela said, then they roll around, they go round. Okay, thank
you very much.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to speak with you.
Very much. Also, another information we're getting, the EFCC is going after that northern governor, that withdrew 60 billion naira cash. EFCC investigates this northern governor. Good morning, Mr. Charles.
Good morning, Mr. Christian Chubu.
Yes, we have a report this morning saying that Nigerians will pay more taxes, levies next year. Lawan, that is the Senate president, defends cars, jumbo pay for lawmakers. The senators are getting more comfortable. Why Nigerians?
That is why you see that most of them, if election is fast approaching, they can do anything to see that they enter that post. After entering, they don't regard you as anything. They don't have your interest at heart. They don't have your interest at hand. So just forget about whatever you have done. I said it here a few weeks ago that do you know that ordinary newspaper that a member of Senate, a member of House of Assembly is being given from first day, from the first day, from first to every 30th of the month, can build you a house in this country.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Because my brother, I was opportune to have stayed at Abuja. National House of Assemblies are very close to that area. If you see what these people are doing with our Nigerian money, if I'm not mistaken, do you know, like I said, ordinary newspaper that a member of House of Senate is being given, even if it's 5 months, can buy, can change your life. Because the newspaper that this is how much you buy this newspaper? It's just 250 naira, right? But there, I think they have a contractor. They have contracted somebody that normally bring papers to them. And you know that if it is 250 naira, it's not going to be sold at that rate. Why wouldn't they be comfortable? They will be comfortable because they don't have your interest at heart. Whatever that is happening is what they are after is their own selfish interest. So they should be comfortable. All I know that one day, they will give account of whatever they have, the mercy that have given to them by God that they should live and they mislead them.
How do you think Nigerians will cope next year with all the increase in taxes and levies?
Well, I don't. What we're all spiritual people here. What I believe that with God, we can cope. But learn for this, our so-called governmental officers. They don't even want to see. They don't even want to see you existing. They don't even want to see you happy. The little time you are happy is when somebody who is an officer will begin to ask to find fault, to find means that what makes this person so much happy. All I believe that we will survive as long as the God we are serving liveth. We survive. We have been surviving. How many even somebody will tell you that in the next like I could remember they said in 2020 everybody will die off. We still survive. 2021 we are still surviving. The same 2022, my brother, we still survive as long as there's life. We will still survive and we still continue to survive because they think maybe putting some certain things in check, like increasing fuel, the price of fuel, price of so many things. Look at us people going on strike, different areas.
The strike will be indefinite.
Now,
will not end until the agreement
do you really want to blame them? Do you really want to blame most of these people? Do you really want to blame these senators? How many of their children are schooling there? How many of their students are schooling here? How many of their even ordinary secondary school? You find out that somebody who is a senator will be flying his child abroad. And most of the educational sectors here has not been put in place for you to know that this is how you need to put your own so that other people will come in from another country and school. You don't blame most of these senators. How many governors have their children schooling here? We have I graduated from AB Zaria. I'm at the University Zaria. When you go to that particular school, it's one of the three Nigerian universities from UNN and Suka, AB Zaria and University of Ibadan here. But when you go to that particular place, how many people do you think, even most of this university that has been established of recent, how many people will you see? How many children will you see and you point at that person? This is a son of a governor. This is a son of a governor. This is a son of a senator. Ordinary, a local government chairman is flying his children abroad to school in one of the best universities so far. Meanwhile, the sectors you have set in place here is not even conducive. So definitely, they don't even care about whatever the ASU people are doing. If they like, they should go indefinitely strike. It doesn't concern them because it doesn't affect any of them. The position of most of them is that their children are abroad, and when you go to service in Nigeria as a core member, do you know I served at Abuja. I met somebody was telling me that his job, he don't need to stress himself. His job has been secured over 5 years ago. These are children of governmental officers that they don't even have your time. They will go to abroad and school, coming back here, their job is being secured. Their job is there waiting for them. And then you and I, they don't even care. Imagine you have a course, somebody that wants to study biz admin have to spend only 4 years in the university. Somebody that wants to study law have to go to 5 years, right? But because of strike and other things, you find out that you are lavishing and wasting your time just because of a 5 years program. Somebody, because of ASU strike, they will continue to stay in school for 7 years, 8 years. And at times, if you have parents that are not well enlightened or educated enough, they start asking you, are you really sure this my son is schooling? Are you getting me? But without knowing that most of the things that have been put in place, like the strike of a thing and other things, it doesn't even have to play any role in this most of these government officers because they don't even have your time. Most of their children are not here. A slight mistake. Somebody, when you go to Abuja, you know what I'm talking about. Even here in Lagos, how many governmental officers, the local government council, even the local government councilor, the local government chairman, their children are not schooling here. What they do is just to fly them abroad. They fly them abroad, they stay abroad, they school there. You and I are here suffering in the menaces of what the bad Nigerian universities we're having, of which it's not that we don't have the economy to set all those things in place. That is why you find out that most of the people are running towards private universities. And how many Nigerian citizens can afford most of these private universities in Nigeria? I remember when Madonna University came out. Madonna University was one of the most expensive universities then. Without even without you having from 500,000 to 600,000 naira, you cannot even go to that particular school. Now we have federal university that should be put in place. Like when you look at federal university and state university, you find out that the prices of federal is more cheaper compared to that of states. Are you getting me? But how many federal universities are functioning in Nigeria? How many federal universities can you post up? We have University of Jos, which is one of the federal universities. What is going on there? We have FU Zaria, which is the federal university. What is going on there? We have Futo. We have Futa. We have University of Ibadan here. How many of them can you post that some of the facilities that have been put on ground is favoring most of the students that are trying to become whatever they want to achieve in life? So definitely, you don't blame them simply because their children are not here and they don't even have time for you. What they are after is their own selfish interest. And this their children, life and job, everything, insurance cover them, their life has been secured. And believe me, even if in the next 10 years, job is there waiting for them. I met a man who was almost at his 70s when I was at Abuja. This man was telling me that we went for an interview. After going for an interview, that was at Wuse Zone 2. When we went for an interview, we came out. The man, a lady went and approached him, and the man was saying this job has been secured for long. He was supposed to have retired over 5 years ago, but because he has a child, he has 3 children that are schooling, one in Texas, one in Oxford, that job has been secured. That is why the reason why he was still there. Until they graduated from school, then he will now leave the post for them. Tell me, what kind of country are we into? And you are telling us that, you are here preaching to us that we should go to school. We should go to school. What is the value of education in Nigeria again? You go to school, you don't have anything to do with it. You go to school, I met somebody who said, go to school and come back and I will teach you how to eat money. This is a businessman and he's not supposed to be like that. Educationally wise, and somebody who goes to school supposed to be in classing. The lifestyle should be different. The way he should be certain. You don't, like I said, you don't blame most of these people because they don't have time for you. They don't have any ideology that has been put in place for you to enjoy as one of the Nigerian citizens. What they are after, how much millions is coming into their own account? Ordinary a newspaper that a senator will buy in a year can build a house.
You have said this newspaper.
Yes, because I know. Do you know why I'm saying this? The newspaper I'm talking about, when you go to Abuja, they have contractors. They have been contracted to bring newspaper for them in their. Do you know how much millions and billions of naira these contractors are making? And then you are telling me that here that ordinary senator, ordinary local government councillor cannot even enroll his son in one of the primary schools here. The next thing, either you go to Ghana or you shift him over to most of these. Do you know that if you go to Nigeria, most of these Hausa people that are into Burundi change, their children are no more schooling here. They fly them out. Either Malaysia, even if the system here in Nigeria is far better, let it be that they left the shores of this country just to become a foreign student.
They don't have interest or trust in the country.
That is just it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles. I have Mr. Chigos here this morning. Good morning, Mr. Chigos.
Yeah, good morning, President.
Yeah, it's another day.
President viewers, good morning.
Yeah, it's another day. Lawan, that is Senate President, defends cars, jumbo pay for lawmakers. Why Nigerians are expected to pay more taxes, levies next year. Can you bring the two together?
Good morning, Mazi Dede Carlo Ochi. And trust everyone is getting on well. Yes, that is what he was called to do. If not, you can no go do him. You see? The system allows them to do that and get away with it without being questioned. You see, you can imagine the level of disparity in terms of allowances and remuneration. You see, in the Nigerian Civil Service Commission, you see, they are above the law. They decide how to influence. They influence their own allowances or take home. You see, why they sat on what is intended for to better the lot of the civil servants. You see, it took them almost eternity. Even up to now, it has not been implemented. The so-called 30,000 minimum wage. and you see them with jumbo pay, with ostentatious cars, luxurious cars, being renewed on yearly basis. This is not just once, so in 4 years. Every year they budget the larger chunk of the budget. They make the cut away with that. This is not part of their allowances, remuneration, and all the money they are stealing. See, the system allows that, and you can't do anything about that. See, that's why I still maintain we must end this system. This system does not deserve a day of existence. Just imagine, with due respect, let me say, in the last 3 years, let me not say since you were born, in the last 3 years, what have you benefited by virtue of your statutory rights as a supposed Nigerian citizen? I know you are a Nigerian citizen, and you claim to be one. Please, what have you benefited? Is a question.
It's a rhetorical question.
Not a rhetorical question.
I think it's
I expect, and the respected viewers expect your response. Because see, these people have been ripping off the country, ripping off the masses. What was meant to develop and build infrastructures that would benefit all and sundry.
Sometimes they are the ones that make them do these things.
How? How do you mean?
If a local government is coming here, the same Nigerians that are suffering are the ones he's going to use for his campaign.
That is it. Our people say that Aladrema Urundinse. Because of the land that, of course, is a faulty system. So the opportune and privileged ones will continue to take undue advantage of the people. You see, when they have weaponized poverty, when they have made it almost impossible for people to be self-dependent, you see, when they have made it almost impossible, how many people are working? Those people you see singing their praises. You see, they are only doing that not because they intend doing so. It's out of their own volition. But they have been subjected to such level of hardship, psychologically conditioned to accept what is not meant for their good. That is why a few of us who are, of course, standing out will, of course, having been in the position of well-informed, is speaking to the world and all who cares to know that this is not an acceptable norm. I told you that Mr. David from UK said that the Prime Minister of UK, Boris Johnson, sometimes rides to, of course, his Oval Office in a bicycle. Can you imagine that happening in Nigeria? Even, let me say, the governor of Lagos State riding a bicycle. I mean, even moving without his uncles and entourage. They will shut down the whole economy of Lagos because of the governor want to visit a particular region, a particular local government. Then if it is the president, it means if they have any means to kill all of us, they will do that because the president is coming. What a useless system. So that's why this system will not get better. It will not. Somebody told me there was a time that Nigeria, we are bragging. One of the ministers that said that we are bragging that that $1 cannot be equivalent to 18 naira, Nigerian money. But now, where is that minister? He said it's not possible. Yes, actually, it was not possible. What was possible is even if care is not taken before the first quarter of the year, next year, $1 might become 1,000 naira.
Okay.
Why? Because the system, everything is teaching to the fact that Nigeria is not getting better. Look at the inflation, look at the exchange rate. So these are indices that, of course, will tell you, inform you whether an economy is viable or not.
Okay.
It's very unfortunate.
Gunmen attack police headquarters, kill inspector in Abia. Now, the IGP is charging Commissioner of Police in states that strengthen your capacity to deal with crimes. I'm asking, how do you strengthen your capacity with the police commission we have in Nigeria?
Yeah, I'm opportune to back a course in chaplaincy. You see, this police or Nigerian force should be taken back to the query, where you can break them, where you can teach them the nitty-gritties of in the discharge of their duties. You see, you are meant to protect the people. You are meant to be friendly, people's friendly, and not the reverse. You see, but unfortunately, the system we have here allows anything to go. You see, what we have here is not police force. We have killing squad. We have people who are psychologically, emotionally, even physiologically damaged, destabilized. That's why when you see them on the street, when you see an average policeman on the street, just sight them, see one of them, you read them psychologically, you know that they are not stable. And that's why they are trigger happy. They can just shoot and get away with people. You can imagine. One of the viewers that went for his traditional wedding, he said that the way they were harassing him in the person of Emmanuel is one of the is my brother anyway. He said the way the police, the checkers and the harassment, they will, if you are in a car, they will stop you. They will almost dehumanize you. You see, they are the result of this calamity that have befallen the people. How can you stop an innocent person? You start him. If he refuses to give you money, you will just waste the person's life. And you think that the people that owns that man, that family that owns it, will be happy with you. In fact, the killing have not started. I'm not in support of any killing, whether on the part of civilians or on the part of the security forces. But unfortunately,
how can the police rise up to the occasion? That's my question.
How can they rise up to the occasion? What occasion do they know? They don't know their left from the right. That is what I'm trying to convert to the people. If they understood the functionality and the principle of the ethics, code of ethics that guides their discharge of duty, they wouldn't like be behaving like animals. Most of the police people are behaving like animals. You see, don't forget to reason that these people that are treating this way are part of the integral, of course, part of the society of which they belong to. At the end of this service, they will also retire to probably those people might be their next neighbor. So why are you behaving so? Why are we swimming in such level of rascality and stupidity on the part of? So whatever happens, the IG should understand to call his own men to order. The manner in which they, of course, they treat the masses are unacceptable. They should be re-examined. I mean, their psychological and, of course, state to be subjected to scrutiny. So we know who are the mad people and who are the few who are policemen. It's very unfortunate.
Thank you very much, Mr. What's your position? There's a position you have every day. What's your position?
Yes, of course, the Biafra remains the way forward for the IPOBs. Why? Because you can understand what is happening in Nigeria. The incessant killings, of course, is now unbearable, not just in the southeast, across the north. The north has become, the damage has been so devastating that unfortunately, of course, the northerners are now trying to bring their senses back. But then it's very too late. So the way forward now, for peace to reign, for humanity to be preserved, let Nigeria be buried, because already Nigeria is dead. This is not we have experienced correspondent cessation from physical, economic, and social correspondence. We are not existing. We are just mainly existing. We are not living. This is not how to live a life. And it's very unfortunate. This is not a country that lives on borrowing, a country that its own legislators are very demonic. They are very senseless and irresponsible. In this economic hazard, mishap, biting hard on the masses, you are still, setting aside billions for your own personal use. You don't consider the masses. You don't consider the dilapidated structures, health system. You don't consider to fix them. You can just get out of the country to take care of your for health vacations. You don't consider people that are entrapped within this contention, running to 200 million plus. What becomes of them? They are just left at the mercy of whatever happens to them. Continue to borrow and share among yourselves. One day, you will not live to eat that money.
Thank you very much.
A total stranger will be in possession of those money.
Yes,
watch out. The more you impoverish the people, the more you make it more vulnerable for your own posterity. You think that you're packing money, wealth, accumulating wealth for your children. You will be greatly disappointed.
Thank you very much.
What a shame!
Thank you very much. I have Oluwawan here this morning.
Morning. I'm the Prince of Peace, Oluwawan of Obaland.
No, Jesus is the Prince of Peace.
Yes, I'm the Prince of Peace. I'm Jesus, the Son of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. So any title that Jesus has, I have opportunity to have it. I have legal right as a son of God.
As a man of peace now, what will you say to Nigerians now? Nigerians to pay more taxes, levies next year.
Nigeria is just suffering because they are making wrong choice. See, what the only thing Nigeria have is just to pray for God. 2023, a Messiah will come, a good person will come. For Nigeria, be suffering every day. High living. They want to kill Nigeria. You can't kill Nigeria. God will see with on our side. I was part of the government, part of the voter that voted for Buhari, but now Buhari now want to kill, including me, but it can never survive. Every day increasing tax, increasing this one. It will not solve the problem. You never solve the real problem or the really problem. You are just trying to cut Nigerian neck by all means, forgetting that it's a God that created you and them. You never created Nigeria. You are just opportune to be president of Nigeria. So your language, your ideology is systematic rubbish. Increasing this, will it solve the problem? No. Talk reality, bring agenda that will solve Nigeria problem. You are giving Nigeria more problem and more problem. You are giving more suffering and suffering. It's bad. Change your language and let peace reign. Let Nigeria laugh. Let them laugh. Don't let Nigeria be crying every day. Any day Nigeria wake up in the morning, I'll come to the newspaper and see the papers. The headline is all negative. It's for call your please let Nigeria see positive in their life. You are not the creator of Nigeria. You are just opportune to be president of Nigeria. And you are not the only president of Nigeria. Forgetting that you will leave next tomorrow. Another person will come there and you will see this in Nigeria. So why can't you let us have peace and have good harmony? And let us eat the fruit of our labor. We are the giant of Africa. Nigeria.
Have Nigerians done enough to stand up to their government?
Nigeria is a nation that is afraid of the shooting of the gunshots.
They're afraid.
Nigeria is afraid of gunshots. Nigeria is like a godly home. They don't like violence. They like peace. No matter the imagination, they pray to God, but they look unto God. They look unto God. Imagine see gas from 1 naira to 10 naira. This one, nobody will talk. See everybody suffering and smiling. I now remember Fela Nicola Pakuti of blessed memory. And under which regime was that song sung? Suffering and smiling. Under these same people. Why? It's for color and it's a faculty of demonic entertain language to all our human beings. And it's wrong. It's wrong.
What will you say?
God will fight for us.
Mm, mm,
You
mm.
can sleep and not wake up tomorrow. Don't you mean that it's a battle fight? We are not fighting against flesh. We are fighting against principality of powers. So we'll fight you in spiritual. We can't fight you with our arms. We'll fight you with God.
Now let's look at the police force now. The police force, gunmen attack police headquarters, kill inspector in Abia State.
That's what we are saying. That's what we are saying. The land is, there is no happiness in the land. The land is angry. So no matter any headquarter, anything can happen there. Even within themselves, they can kill themselves in the name of bandits, telling the Nigeria that inspector has been killed in the headquarter of police. How did they get entrance to the headquarter? I don't know the people that are in the gate. I don't know the people that are in the building. So they are killing themselves and they will kill themselves to the end. If they don't come to a round table and change their tactics, you can't travel with your 2 people across. Kidnap police and police is supposed to do their work. So where are they? Now you are telling me that headquarter of police inspector was killed. One day they will tell you, say, IG is killed. Because
We don't pray that again.
no, they are involved in a systematic occultic level. They can't protect what they swear to. It's bad. It's bad. Let us be frank with ourselves. The system is not reliable. The system is not acceptable. And it's not good for humanity. It's bad.
Okay, lastly let's look at ASU strike. This strike now is almost the mother of all strikes. Strike will be indefinite, won't end until all agreements are fulfilled. That's what ASU.
The government is supposed to fulfill the agreement.
I think for over many years now.
They are dribbling them. Who is the Minister of Education, sir? You know, okay, what is
Minister of Labour, that's
it's like Igege is the negotiator between the government and the ASU. What is he trying to tell them? Almost a year you are forwarding them. They are human beings and they are working and they are not supposed to collect their entitlement. Somebody work for how many months, no salary, no anything. You are postponed. Okay, next month. One day when the strike now come, everything will not be disastrous, which is very bad. You're supposed to agree with the demand of the ASU and let appreciate unless you stay in the school. When students not come outside, everybody will not be outside. Did you like it? That one will never solve the problem. Follow the demand of the ASU and let this reign. Every time ASU. What is their demand? Their demand is, according to them, is their own title. Teacher taught you to be a president. Teacher taught you to be a governor. Teacher taught you to be a minister. You are all collecting your money. Okay, what about the one that taught you yesterday? Is it forgettable now? You can't forget the one that taught you yesterday. Try to be realistic and remember the suffering they went through. They have to the hustle. Settle their demand and let peace reign. You don't want to hear anything as you strike.
Okay, lastly, what do you think Nigeria can do to come out of all this problem?
I always said it's prayer. Because Nigeria,
we have been praying.
Now is the end of the judgment. Go and watch. Next year will be a very big year. All these problems we are facing this year, SARS, COVID-19, this.
Next year, where is 340?
No, that one is a language of the story. It can never occur. That language just will go and a fresh blessing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Good morning, Mr. David.
Morning to you, Mr. Christian Chukwu. A wonderful morning to our viewers here in Nigeria and over there in diaspora. And kudos to the CEO himself, Mr. Biodun Pupului. The man that gave us this platform for us to always hear a view. And if he's watching me now, I know he's watching. I know he's Team Oga, but most times he's Team Oga. Oga, Mr. Biodun Pupului. Your boy they expect something from you, even if now 1 cup of Gary, make I use and zip for this Xmas.
Okay. We'll consult the gods. Consult the gods. Nigeria threatens UK, Canada, others over this Omicron virus issue. Says they should remove them from red list or
what? Nigeria. I thought the president has banned flights coming in from UK, Canada. So what else does he want again? He doesn't want anything again. I believe, just like what I said the best, that was the right direction in the right step for him to have banned flight coming, because this is where you have most of this, where you have high numbers of those who contract this virus. Now, and the best thing for you to do is to make sure that you shut our airspace from people accessing coming down to Nigeria, because there's no point of them. Now when you allow the airspace to thrive or to work now, surely the numbers of those that will contract this Omicron virus would become high, and that, now our economy is too fragile for our economy to be shut down. Economy that is not even that has not even that 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 has not even been shut, that's not even on shutdown, is still flexible, it's still shaky. What if tomorrow now you have high numbers of those who contract this virus now, and the presidency say they want to shut down the economy? You know the what implication on that, on the average Nigeria, even despite the fact that now Nigeria economy is still moving now, things are not still balanced, still are not still okay. We are still crying. Imagine when the economy is on total shutdown, my brother, we go chop sand.
Well, let's look at ASU strike. Lingering, lingering, lingering. Now, strike will be indefinite. Won't end until all agreements are fulfilled.
Mr. Kuzachiko, I don't know what is.
It's becoming a very big problem.
It is now, and it is now a very. To me, I think this ASU strike has been one of the major setbacks in our universities. This issue of strike, it is not. It has not started from now. It has been from different successive governments, from the OBJ era to the Yar'Adua era to the Jonathan era, now to Buhari. Why can't one sensible government come and put a full stop to it? I get admission in 2013. I graduated. I used 6 years in tertiary institution. 6 years just because of 4 years course. I used 6 years in tertiary institution. I did not have spillover. Neither did I have carryover. It was because of the strike. Because now you know the what impediment of this strike. It will slow down the years you're supposed to spend in school. If you're supposed to spend 4 years in school, you end up spending 5 years of 6 years in school. Now, how much now? Let us go back to statistics now. How much do a professor in a tertiary institution, how much do they earn? A professor earns 200,000 naira. A professor, a prof, and that is the highest level of when it comes to education, professorship and scholar. That is the highest level. If a professor can be earning 200,000 and a senator, a stupid senator in the house earns 35 million.
1.5 million.
It's not 1.5 million. It is more than. Ahmed Lawal should stop saying that. Shehu Sani came out yesterday and debunked it. Former senator of Kwazulu State. He said that he was a former senator in the 8th Republic. So he said what Ahmed Lawal said yesterday, that it was false. He said now.
So Lawal Ahmed is peddling fake news.
He's peddling fake news. He said now, while he was in the office, he said now an average senator sent 35 million monthly, and while House of Rep members send 25 million monthly. So what kind of nonsense is that? Now you go to Nigerian universities, you can see there are no structures there. All throughout my years in school, now for window, would they sit down, they receive.
All throughout your years?
Yes, because there are no chairs in class. There are no chairs. Government refuse. Now, if you know you cannot run this was universities, why don't you involve private sectors? Privatize these sectors so that people can pay heavily and get the quality and the result of what they are paying for. Check this year's budget for what education. It is nothing to be compared about. And now these people are agitating for good pay. Pay them. These people, they are public servants. These people have families and then bills to offset. They say education is the bedrock of a good society. But here in this part of the world, our government doesn't care about education because their children and their wards are not attending this schools. Buhari said he does not have money. Buhari said he's broke, and his sons and daughters graduated from a very big tertiary institution in the UK. So majority of them, their children and was are not schooling here. So now, how do you expect a man that the child is not schooling here in Nigeria? How do you want him to feel the pain of parents who have their kids and was in Nigeria tertiary institution? So that to me, I think they see that as what I don't care because my children is not there. Because if really their children is there and their children come back and say, Daddy, this is what I'm passing through in school. Surely the government will look for a way and fix all the menace happening in these public schools. And then again now, there's also deficiencies. There's deficiencies in the sense that now lecturers are now resigning, taking good offers from private tertiary institutions and going abroad because of the pay. How can you pay a professor 400,000 naira? And you in the House of Senate any close to 35 million naira monthly plus and plus C other bonuses. What now? What and then this and these lawmakers, there's nothing they add to the what economy and to the growth of the country.
They are administrators.
They are administrators. Doing what? These are people that what they implement government policy. These are the public servants because now when there's a policy, who does the what? Who carry out the implementation? It is public servants.
The executive.
No, yes, and then these are the what executive. Now they should even be more paid compared to people. It is the public servants or the public civil servants who are supposed to earn what more money compared to these lawmakers. What do they do? Just to go there, deliberate. The yes say yes, the no say no. The yes have it. The stamp nonsense into law. Look at now. The December is so dry. It is not dead again. There's no sign of jingube. The bell has spoiled.
The bell has spoiled.
Yes. There's no bell again now. There's no Feliz Navidad. Look at the festive serious. It is not even colorful again. As if next week is Christmas. Look at that. Nobody's smiling. For the Christmas, no even get the country again. Nobody. What you hear every day is killing. Every day what you hear is killing. There's no jingle. Well, those are when I was very young. You hear this Christmas song, Feliz Navidad, Jingle Bell, we wish you Merry Christmas. But nobody is even wishing you Christmas now. Nobody is wishing you Merry Christmas again. Because of what is happening.
Okay, Nigerians will pay more taxes levies next year as Lawan defends cars jumbo pay for lawmakers.
He said what? Nigerians
will pay more taxes levies next year as Lawan defends cars jumbo pay for lawmakers.
My brother, we are used to that. I love Nigerians. We are
in Nigeria.
Yes, I'm a Nigerian too. We are suffering and smiling, and still some persons will still come on and support this and support the stupidity of this government.
Somebody asked me, I should ask you, how many times have you supported Shore, Kingsley Moralu, and Tope Pasha?
How many times have I supported them when it comes to electioneering or what? See, my brother, the way you sound at times, don't compare Nigerian politics with Western politics. These are two different ball games. Does he have structure? Is Showore rooted? See, my brother, Nigerian politics, it is give the what electorate the money, and then those that have vision and those that have what ideology will not thrive. Now, let me give you an illustration. I think when Gani Fawemi was campaigning, the late Gani Fawemi at this Ikeja here, Pavilion Park, and then PDP and Co, OPG had money. They were doling out money. Gani was in Ikeja. He was speaking grammar. He said that it was only about he had only like 20 people in attendance. Just 20 people in attendance. People rushed down to where OBJ was doling out money. So my brother, Showore need to build structure. You cannot just come and say because you don't have structure. Now, even me, if today I know Showore, does an average see a woman in the village? Does my grandmother in the village knows who Showore is? Can she vote for Showore? So Showore should continue building his structure because if you want to win election in Nigeria, my brother, you need structure. Mother don't lie you. You need money. You need money. Structure and money, my brother. If you don't have money, you see these Nigerians here walking on the street, my brother, they will not answer you.
What about Kingsley Moghalu?
Kingsley
Moghalu.
Moghalu too is just coming out. He's just coming out. Just what I said compared to Showore. If these two individuals can form an alliance and work together, I think Kingsley Moghalu has structure a bit compared to Showore. And now the truth is, how are they rooted? Are they well rooted in their community? Because now look at PDP and APC. The reason why these people will continue to win election is because go to every nooks and crannies of the country. 704 local governments in it. These people have structure there. In this streets here, you have PDP living in the streets. You have APC living in the streets. You have Kingsley Moghalu party member living in that street. You have Showore's party member living in that street. You don't. Every street, every community, every hood in the country, in this Nigeria, you have PDP and APC living in that community.
So how do we form a third force?
How do we form a
third force, a party that will oust the PDP and APC if it's not by starting from scratch?
My brother, that one will be very hard. It's a very hard task because these people are very rooted. Now, for you to form for us to form a third force, now it involves people need to be well informed. People need to have a very different perspective for this party. Now you need to bring your own ideology and sell to this other person that see, and then okay man, this person other party have failed you. This is what I am bringing, and now it is not now. It might be the next 6 years, probably not to 2023. Now it is not something you just think you can achieve that now. It is something that will happen in the future, not now. It is something you need to start growing, building it up until when you can actually actualize the aim. Because PDP and APC did not just wake up one morning. These people had already that formation. These people also migrated from the Second Republic and joined this current disposition. So please, I believe Showore and Kingsley Moghalu see other chance. Let them go back to their drawing board. Look at whatever they can sell their ideology in Nigerians. You can see what is happening. Nobody is happy in the current administration. Every day is killing. Yesterday in Kaduna, 7 persons lost their life. Sokoto, I heard that the day Buhari came to launch book he came for book launching in this Lagos. Bandits went to a community. They were having naming ceremony. Now the bandits cut off the baby, cut off his head, and asked those that attended the ceremony to start eating the flesh of the baby. That was what I saw in the lecture. So, and the president is not waking up. The chief of defense staff, sacked 50 generals. Sacking is not the answer. We need answers. Let chief of army staff, chief of defense staff, let them relocate the National Defense Office back to the north. Let them stay there. You cannot say in what Abuja and start giving orders. Let every of the military hierarchy officials in the military, let them relocate back to the north. If they want to die, make them die. That's what I signed for. Not you sit there in Abuja. But every Thursday he meets with them. We are on it. Mugun president. We are on it. 6 years now. We are on it. People are dying.
You're on top of the situation.
Every day on top of the situation. This is 6 years now. Chief of the first staff is still in Abuja. Chief of IG is still in Abuja. Chief of naval staff is in Abuja. Chief of Marshal is in Abuja. Let every of these people, let them relocate down to the north. Even the Buhari self, he's a soldier. Let him relocate back to the north.
Abuja is still north now.
Let him relocate back to where we are having this massive killing. If Buhari wants to die, let him die. Let him locate back yourself and fight. Because what is the president? Because see, Nigerians cannot continue to wake up on a daily basis and then every day, every now and then, what we see is killing. Government will increase tax. Government will pay. Government will pay more. Government will sweat. Well, next year you buy fuel. Bad news every day. Bad news every day. I've not woke up one day and said that government will give us free rice. Government will give us power for good 1 year. Free. Government would see. Government will create jobs. No good news every day. Bad people. Business people. Every day, bad news. For 6 years now. See Christmas all this now.
They expect free rice 2023
from who?
From the politicians.
Now, when they give me rice now. No, wait. When they give me rice now, I'll pay Jenny for it. Yes. Because the rice is my money. When you give me rice now, I'll pay Jenny for it. Now, when you give me rice now, you now deprive me of good road. You deprive me of good medical healthcare. You deprive me of all the social amenities, all the good things of life. Because of those one rights, I go find a competition.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. So that we cannot escalate this anymore. I know you are on fire. Mr. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Okay, let's look at. I don't want to ask. Let me ask. Lawan defense cars don't pay for lawmakers as Nigerians are expected to pay more taxes, levies next year. How do you bring those two together?
Thank you for having me. Matthew is 11. That defense is self-serving. What is he defending? The indefensible. If you look at this, I'm coming. I read the speech of the Senate president where he talk about Senate. I think 1.5 million per month.
House of Rep 1.3.
And House of Rep 1.3. He did equally say that the running cost of a senator for 1 quarter is 30 million. And this encompasses his traveling, vehicle maintenance, his office furniture, stationaries and all that. He did equally say that House of Rep have a running cost of 8 million per quarter. But another question we need to ask the Senate president is this: which of the senator is running an office in Nigeria? Even their legislative aides, they don't pay them. What he regards as 13 million running costs quarterly goes into their personal pockets. Is not being receipted. Is not being retired. They may retire it anyway, but what I'm trying to say is they are not using it for their constituency. It ends in their pockets. It's as good as giving them 13 million and 8 million, as the case may be, whether they a senator or rep member for that quarter. It's as good as giving them that money to put in their pockets. So that's the question we need to ask the Senate president. Because I'm very conversant with what is obtainable in Nigerian politics, what House of Assembly members do, the senators and the House of Rep members. They do not even pay their legislative aides, let alone dipping hand into that 13 million or 8 million, as the case may be, to do one or two things. It ends in their personal pockets. Okay, now, if you see any aid of any senator, go and ask them. What they do is the senator merely give them out of his pocket. Perhaps he might just come one weekend like that and give them maybe 20,000. In that sense, nobody is collecting what is due to him. As in, on monthly basis, you go and collect your salary. They don't do it.
Okay.
Because they feel that, and it's unfortunate in Nigeria, you have a situation where the king is the kingmaker. Go and look at any senator, House of Rep member. Most of them, they are kingmakers themselves. Whereas the party is supposed to be as the father of the senator, but the senator determines who is even the local government chairman in his jurisdiction. Like in my senatorial district, I have 9 local governments. There is no local government chairman that can call the senator to order. It doesn't work like that in Nigeria. And when he wants to give out money, he give them crumbs, peanuts. You see them singing his praise. It happened across board in Nigeria. So, in essence, what I'm trying to say is, Lawal's position is fraudulent. He's misrepresenting the facts, because the 13 million that goes into constituency of every senator, it ends in their pockets. The 8 million that goes into the constituency of rep members every quarter goes into their personal pockets. So to that extent, Lawal is not telling us the truth.
How do you reconcile with Nigerians to pay more next year?
The ordinary Nigerian is always at the receiving end of government policies. And the government is not interested in what happens to the ordinary man. We are still battling with the issue of astronomical increase in price of cooking gas as a result, as a direct effect of government policy to start taxing imported gas. And government is talking about opening the tax net to accommodate other areas, which will stifle the economy more and put more hardship on the citizens. We are not even looking at the larger picture of the whole thing, because by February next year, when the government would have eventually removed fuel subsidy, we will be looking at, according to their projection, about 340 naira per liter of PMS. That will reflect in every sector of Nigerian economy. That is when the real hardship will be experienced in Nigerian economy. Though personally, by the grace of God, I will not experience it, because the Bible says, when the people shall say there is a casting down, my people shall say there is a lifting up. But generally speaking, the economy of next year, Nigerian economy, going by this proposed policy, is going to hit hard on Nigerian economy. That is the truth.
Okay, let's look at gunmen attack police headquarters, kill inspector in Abia. IGP is telling Commissioner of Police, strengthen your capacity to deal with crimes. How would they do this?
It's a matter of time. If it is not addressed, one day you hear that Abuja headquarters, the office of the IG, have been overrun by unknown gunmen, non-state actors.
There's a meeting to reconcile all these religious differences.
What I'm saying is, if the issue of insecurity is not addressed, it's a matter of time. One day you hear that the defense headquarters have been compromised. One day you hear that the corporate office of DSS have been overrun by unknown gunmen. One day you hear that the Asu Rock have been surrounded by unknown gunmen. It's a matter of time if it's not addressed. Look at Afghanistan, the Taliban. About 20 years ago or thereabouts, when American government pushed them out of seat of power, they continued persisting from the fringes of the capital. They were still being energized with one or two activities. They sustained it to the point where America had to pull out. They now took over the government. So if the issue of unknown gunmen, the issue of non-state actors is not addressed, it's a matter of time. One day they will overrun defense headquarters. Because you have a situation where a group that go by the name of Fulani National Movement attempted assassination on a sitting governor. As we speak, because of politics, because of tribalism, because of nepotism, the government is not interested in investigating and bringing the perpetrators to book, and you say you are fighting insecurity. So it's a matter of time. We have said over and over, the problem of Nigeria is long overdue that even the common man knows the problem, so the solution. We have said it time without number that in the case of Boko Haram, you have seen a situation where Nigerian citizens have taken arm, or they are taking arm against Nigerian states It is evident in the other time when some Boko Haram repented and they were reintegrated into the society. Almost 100% of the total number at the time are Nigerians from the northern part of the country. So it tells you that these are Nigerians who are taking arms against Nigerian state. So under this scenario, what do? You fight it from an ideological point of view, because these people that are being radicalized by preaching Islam to them.
What can the police do? What can the police do?
The police can synergize with National Orientation Agency to start inculcating the right discipline, the norm of the society into these people from the north, from the crowd. That's what we are saying. If a child you refuse to educate, you make him vulnerable to be recruited into bandits, into banditry, into insurgency. That is the truth, and that's what we are witnessing. And if it is not addressed in this generation, you are growing or you are grooming another generation of bandits, another generation of insurgents. That's the truth. There's no, you cannot run away from it. We have a situation where people are willingly enlisting into banditry in the north because the government cannot curtail their excesses. They see their peers go into banditry. Before you know it, they are getting money. They are riding big cars. So their peers are encouraged to enlist. There's a case of a boy who the parents were kidnapped. I think at the time the boy was speaking, the parents have not been rescued. So the boy deliberately decided to enlist in banditry as a means of revenge, as a means of trying to see whether he could rescue the parents, because the government have failed him. So what we are saying is that the government have a responsibility to protect life and property, and it doesn't matter whether they deny it or not, it is their responsibility. And now what we are saying is, you have a people from the northern part of the country who are so vulnerable to be recruited into insurgency, who are easily radicalized. What do? Look at the Almanjeri system. The same way you have Islam in the north, you have it in the west here. Do you seldom see, how seldom do you see children in the Lagos here, in Ogun, in Ekiti, in Osun, moving around, roaming about like fatherless children, uncared for, nobody to cater for them? These are the kind of people that is vulnerable to be recruited into insurgency, banditry in the north. They are everywhere in the north. I serve in the Gao State, I'm speaking out of experience. You keep children under the tutelage of one Islamic scholar who you do not even know his pedigree, you don't know his background, you don't know his ideology. At the end of the day, you will radicalize those children, and you will cause problem for the whole of the country, for the whole of Africa, and world at large. Whether we like it or not, the North, they are pulling the South back because they refuse to do the right thing.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I am Mr. Okokondem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yeah, Mr. Chubu, how are you doing? Morning.
How's your health?
I'm just improving. Yeah, shall we pray? In Jesus' name, our Heavenly Father, we thank you, we magnify your name. We glorify your name for keeping us alive up to this hour. I thank you most of all how you made me to be recovering of my illness. I thank you, oh Lord God Almighty, for our viewers abroad who are watching us, who prefer what you are doing. I thank you for the one that have dished into our hand to keep our soul and body together. I thank you on behalf of Philip TV. I thank you on behalf of Biafra. I thank you on behalf of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. I thank you, Jehovah, big magnified, because we are still alive. I thank you on behalf of Sunday Bohu, Amateku, and Dodua Republic. Be glorified in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Someone is asking, is there a difference between unknown gunmen, unknown criminal, IPOB, bandits, and terrorists?
Yes, there's a difference. There's a difference. We have two types of unknown gunmen. We have two types of the unknown gunmen. One sponsored by federal government of Nigeria. We have another unknown gunman. Let's just say the reality. Who is fighting for the restoration of Biafra? The federal government have their own unknown gunmen, which they have leased in down southeast, killing people in the name of ESN, killing people in the name of unknown gunmen, the original one that is fighting for Biafra. Because I am Biafra, fighting for Biafra. I cannot go again and kill Biafra. But those unknown gunmen killing Biafrans are federal government sponsored. The terrorists are Fulani helpsmen, led by Menti Allah, killing Nigerians, which federal government refused to tag them terrorists, but bandits.
They have been tagged terrorists.
They have been tagged terrorists. What are they doing?
They have been tagged terrorists.
What are federal government doing? They have tagged terrorists.
They are carrying onslaught against the bandits in the northeast. Many have been killed and arrested.
That's what people will tell you. They told the blind man, one have come. Blind man say, you not believe until the wine touch his hand. I don't believe what this government is saying.
So how will the police fight against all these criminals now?
Police are the cause. When police will take gun and go and kill innocent people, why would people react against them?
The police. Some.
All I know, police.
No, you cannot generalize it.
I said, police. Look at go to Imo State now. Go to Imo State in Okigwe, local government area. Most of them are ordered the Nigerian army. They be killing people. They start operation by 12 midnight at the end of 1 a.m. 1:30. 1:30. Killing people. Why? These people say they will never release their land to Fulani settlement in Okigwe. Most of them are ordered. When they discovered that the camera were picking them with their army uniform, they were ordered to remove army uniform. They remove army uniform and be Murphy. Start killing the whole villagers. They kill the tertiary rulers. Kill everybody. You know,
you confirm this? Is this confirmed?
It's confirmed. I think I saw it in net. If it's not confirmed, why should I see it in net? Then you will tell me, say, a person who have a heart of revenging will see army uniform and have chance to revenge, you not revenge. Nigerian uniform men are the problem of this country. Buhari, Mianti Allah are the problem of this country.
Can we do without them?
We can do without them because now they are the problem. Let them be dissolved.
We can't do without the police. If the police is removed now, there will be chaos.
If police is removed, let us have state police. This is why we are going for restructuring. Let us have state police. You cannot be in Abuja, send Fulani men down to East, killing people in the name of policemen. Let us have state police. Everyone to control his own home. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, why is this one happening? Because it's civilian to police. What of his police to civilian? Will you hear it? You will never hear it. We pay police. We recruit them to defend us. They come back and be killing us. What do you need for having them? What do you need of having police?
So what can the police do?
What police? If you tell police, what can you do? You say, give me more rifle, give me more gun, give me more bullets. That's what the police will tell you. But it is left for us. This is why somebody, I think last week, somebody called me from abroad, asking me, what is this the solution of Nigeria? Do I think that Biafra will solve the problem or revolution? I told you that the revolution cannot work. Revolution cannot work. What will work, everybody to his own home. I'm telling you honestly, if we separate, you will see all these nonsense will stop. Because everybody will mind his own domain. Now, you cannot tell me that I am Biafra. Now, we separate and go to our own home. Then somebody in Biafra become a policeman, become an army man, rise up against Biafrans. We know his father, we know his mother. He cannot do it. But now you can send somebody from Fulani, Sokoto, they come to East, kill. You send somebody from East, you go to Medugri, kill. In the name of Nigerian police, Nigerian army. Because that person, it's not their relations. It's not his own hometown. Go to Warren now. Go to Ebonyi. Go to Abia. Go see how they're slaughtering Igbo people, killing Igbo people. Watch all of them. All of them are what? Fulanis in Nigeria uniform. Killing them. Killing them.
Okay, let's look at Lawan, Senate President, defends cars jumbo pay for lawmakers, as Nigerians is expected to pay more taxes levies next year.
If you were Lawan, what will you do?
I'm asking you, if you are Lawan, what will you do?
No, if you are Lawan, what will you do? If I am Lawan, I will defend more than what he's doing. I will defend.
So don't castigate him now.
Wait, I will defend.
You are going to defend him.
Wait, if I'm Lawan in his place with his character, with what he's doing, I will defend more than what he's defending, because I cannot come against myself. Do you hear what I'm saying? I cannot come against myself. Lawan know that every truth he will speak will be against him. That will never speak the truth. But that's what I'm saying. He cannot carry gun and shoot to his leg. So he has to defend all that they are taking to make sure that he paid himself angel. When we know that he's a demon. We Nigerians know that Lawan is a demon. He can, no matter how he paid himself white, he will never turn to angel. When he was swearing in, he said there will never be rubber stamp. But now there are more than rubber stamp. He will defend it. Look at before he swear in. Look at his size. Now bring his picture. You can see him like looking like a Michelin. You know what's called Michelin? That advert when Michelin tire was here. You look now like a hippopotamus. Our money they eat.
Okay. Now, Kanu sues DSS, alleges violation of his rights. He said he claims that his blood sample has been taken more than 21 times by the DSS.
You see, coming to this Kano issue, Biafran issue, I myself issue, because I'm Biafran. I'm part of Nnamdi Kanu. I am Biafran. I am Biafran. I am part of Nnamdi Kanu because he's fighting for me. Now, what I have sit down and be thinking of this thing. This is international politics. This is international politics. Watch out. Nnamdi Kanu may end up like Nelson Mandela. The whole world will be doing like this. Going to die. Until Nnamdi Kanu may waste all his youthful age in prison. They will bring him out maybe when he's getting to 50, 60 years. We come and live 80 years and die like Nelson Mandela. They will clap for him. He's a hero. United Nations, Britain, America, Europe have started suspecting them now. Look at Nnamdi Kanu, how he was brought in Nigeria. Nobody's saying about it again. That's what I'm saying. Last time, United Nations wrote to Nigeria to come and explain how they brought Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria. Up to today, do you hear anything again? Yeah, it's going down silently. This is how they handle Nelson Mandela issue. Going down silently. When apartheid arrest Nelson Mandela was at the tip of him when South Africa blacks want to carry gun and enter into war. CIA make America and Britain to know that Russia is coming in to come and assist, which will be a very terrible thing to Western world, because that time communists and the capitalists, they rush and arrest Nelson Mandela and put him into detention. This was what is happening going on in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu suing these people. I think it's by the grace of God. What I am praying that they should not, Nnamdi Kanu should not die. But the way I'm seeing this now, this Biafran issue and Nnamdi Kanu issue may linger for the next 50, 60 years. It never settled. Because of the politics international game are playing now. Because they feel that they are driving more as Nigeria is. They are getting more, making more game, mostly pretend. So Nnamdi Kanu send them to court. Not suing to court is the problem. Suing to court, what is going to come out? If United Nations, EU, we write to Nigeria to come and explain, Nigeria refused to go. Is it court in Nigeria that Nigeria will honor? Have you seen where law work in Nigeria? Have you seen where law worked in Nigeria?
Thank you very much, Mr. Okodem. Thank you very much for your analysis this morning. I pray God give you good health.
Amen.
As you approach the your side season.
Amen. I am Mr. Okpara, the new Okokondem in this Second Republic of Biafra. Lead by Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Long live IPOB. Long live ESN. Long live all agitators for freedom. May God grant us freedom in Jesus' name. Amen. Omo Biafra. Onara kwanora. Onjondiro babu blechen denche mbenile. Kemesiano. Mbosinta agachu no orenshi. Kemesiano.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okodem. I have our last speaker this morning, Mr. Raphael Trasvant.
And myself, my name is the new Raphael Mbechi, the usual Raphael Mbechi, aka Raph Trasvant.
Okay.
Good morning, Christian.
Good morning.
Then good morning, you our viewers in abroad, you our viewers in Nigeria. I'm greeting all of you and I'm thanking you for making it a point of duty, one by one, every day to watch this program. I'm thanking all of you. Obinaya Garu, Okechukweze, Ogachi Ma, all of you. David, I'm greeting you. Obire, greeting you. Mami Nkechi, I'm greeting you. Mami Blessing, I'm greeting you. I'm greeting all of you. Benson, Biafra, all of you. I'm greeting you. Ugochukwu, I'm greeting you. Udeme, I'm greeting you. Joel, I'm greeting you. Mami Vera, I'm greeting you. Nkechi from Delta, I'm greeting you. There are many, so many of them. Okay. I'm greeting you. Charles from Spain. Kelly, Acho my man. I'm greeting all of you. Okay, so just let's start.
Okay, let's look at Lawan defends cars jumbo pay for lawmakers as Nigerians expected to pay more taxes levies next year.
And Lawan himself, the current Nigerian Senate president, has boasted that this is the best crop of senators, the best National House of Assembly. I think this is the 9th, Abi, ever in Nigeria. He is calling himself why? How? High. Why? Because he's saying that they are the best legislators we have ever had. I want to ask you, during the time of Nwafọ, the first Nigerian Senate president, were there insecurity then? Were there insecurities in the north, southwest, and east? Were Nigerians not busy trading in the north over there, Granite Pyramid, in Igbo land over there, Pankanel, palm oil? In the southwest, cocoa, former Bender, plywood, cocoa as well. Ondo people were noted for cocoa farming. That was during the First Republic. But Lawan Mohammed, the current Nigerian Senate president, is boasting that this is the best crop of senators. This is the best National House of Assembly ever. I'm telling you, the man is like a lizard. A lizard, Agamaga lizard, that red-headed one that fell off from mango tree. He looked around. He didn't see anybody. He do like this. He said, yes, I am Odogu. Lawan Mohammed, I don't know where you get all these facts. Ahmed Lawan. You are proposing jumbo pay car gift to the members, isn't it?
He's defending.
He's defending it. Okay, the payment, salaries. It's trying to say that the salary they are collecting over, let's say, 36 to 40 million naira every month.
So he said they collect 1.5 million naira every month. Salaries. For the senator, the House of Rep, 1.3 million. Now
then the allowances and
allowance for a quarter is 13 million.
13 million, thank you.
Quarter.
A quarter. Okay, thank you so much. He's defending it because he's benefiting from it. He's defending it because he's the man that is at the head of it all. He is defending it because his crop of senators are the most rubber stamp in Nigerian history. Whatever the executive tells them is what they are all doing. He himself is not legislating as a Senate president. Before he does anything, he must giraffe to the Department of the Executive to know if Mr. President, Office of the Presidency, is going to give him kudo. Who the hell does he think he is? tomorrow, next year, Nigerians are going to pay tax. Do you know why? Excess borrowing. A man who has gone so much at borrowing this year, what do you expect him to do? He's going to tax all his family members, from his first wife to the last wife, from his firstborn to the last daughter. Even it is going to extend from his family to his kinsmen. He's going to tax everybody, so that from that collection of the taxes, he is going to pay all that he has borrowed from what? From his creditors. Nigeria has borrowed and borrowed and borrowed from China. Nigeria has sold MMA, Mohammed International Airport, Aminu Kano Airport, Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport. China is going to control them very soon. As I'm talking to you now, our railway from Kano State to Abuja, down to Kaduna, from Kaduna everywhere in the north, then where is he heading now? Niger. Because of what? Excess borrowing. The Minister of Transportation, he signed it. They borrow from China. They invited China. China was the one that constructed the current railway system in Nigeria. Modern one. If you see what they constructed from Apapa there, Yaba to Ibadan, it is a modern railway system. Who are collecting the fee as I'm talking to you now? I'm not trying to say China will. China is the one responsible. China is collecting the fee now. From Lagos to Ibadan is 6,000 naira. Everybody wailed and shouted 3 months ago. Because I'm aware that from here to Ibadan, you can pay not less than 1,500. Sometimes you see some bus, road transportation. Some buses that will collect 1,000. You can see it. But railway, from Lagos to Ibadan, we are paying the Chinese 6,000 naira.
Normal bus.
Normal bus is at least 1,500 now. 2,000 highest 1,500. I think this was something you could pay like 300 at Ojota before. I'm talking as of let's say 2011 and so on. But you see the rate, it has gone high. Then this railway system that would have eased off the levy. Do you understand the fare? It has now added more because the Chinese are collecting 6,000 naira. Railway system is cheaper than road transportation. I didn't understand. It's supposed to be. And let me tell you, the air transportation we know is the costliest because it is the fastest. I think understand. But the reverse is going to be the case. Because from here to Enugu now, people will be paying 100,000. Ask me why. MMA is going to be controlled by the Chinese very soon. From here to Abuja, before, was it not 32,000? If you book online now, it's 32,000. I listen to me. But now, Chinese is going to take over. From here to Abuja will be like 120,000. Ask me why. China want to recover their money quick. They don't want to collect these fees up to that 30 years agreement discussed. The Chinese want to finish it under 8 to 10 years. That's why the fees are skyrocketing, soaring high on daily basis. That is when a president that has no direction, a president that is visionless, a president that is not competent is in control of any country. Somebody like a dead man. Let me tell you the person I'm referring to being dead. The former General Buhari is dead. Someone that came from Niger Republic is in charge. We've been saying this on and every day, and nobody is listening. Time shall come when history is going to judge everybody. Time shall come when people will say, social people, social platform, they have been airing and hammering on this point that this man was dead. And we could not still give them what? Attention. Now, time shall come when people that write, they will write about what transpired in the past. In 2017, when Mr. President was pronounced dead in London, and they still, the British, you know them, the Hausa, Fulani, they connived together and clone another person. The most exemplary tribe, people that look the same in the world are the Chinese, followed by Fulani. If you see a Chinese man here, see another Chinese man there, you will think they're the same person. They are the same person. Likewise, Fulani, if you see a Fulani man here, see another Fulani man there, you will think it was the same person you saw that you are seeing presently. So let me tell you, they look so much alike. This man that is ruling Nigeria now is Mohammed Abubakar or Ibrahim. from Niger Republic.
Let's not go into that.
Let us not go back. Yeah, I know, I understand, but I just want to sensitize them.
What we are saying, how can Nigerians cope with more taxes and levies next year?
Yes, we are.
You say we should pray to God.
We pray God. We pray always to our God, and God is going to take control because we are paying levies currently. People are paying government workers, servants, VAT, value-added tax. Network users, if you make any call, you are paying indirectly.
Bank transactions,
they have been reducing your money. If you get to ATM machine to withdraw your money, you see good percentage of chunk of your money going to the federal government. Each and every Nigerian are paying. We are paying this. So next year, I envisage next year we are going to be paying for our cars, buses, television, radio, even the level of handset you might be using. Maybe you might be using iPhone, you will be paying tax for that. What is happening in Europe is what I'm sensing. Parking lots, there will be payment. Cars, number of cars you have as a Nigerian, you must be.
Where is the money going to? Where are the money?
The money is going to private buses. Buhari is making money for his maternal home, Niger Republic. The money is going to private buses. The senators, the 9th Nigerian National House of Assembly are making money from Nigerian bloods. They are sucking our blood. All those taxes we are paying here, the money we are borrowing from China, everything, all of them are going to the salaries of the 9th Assembly, both upper house and the lower house. Are you listening to me? So all these taxes, Christian, let me tell you, the man is piling up money. Infrastructures in the Niger Republic. Let me tell you, the next 20 years, Niger Republic will be better than Nigeria. You don't think so? They have modern, classic, sophisticated crude oil refinery in Niger now, constructed by who? It's no longer a rumor now. Now their railway system is better. Rail system is better than our own because the bigger chunk of that railway constructed from Abuja to Niger, Kano to Niger, is in the Niger side. Are you listening? So let me tell you, they are going to benefit more from this. But by the way, are you not aware that for how many years Nigeria will be subjected to paying, servicing debt, paying, servicing debt? How much do you think the percentage we use out of the annual expenditure? Do you understand? In this country to service debt and to pay debt, how much remain for developmental infrastructure and the rest? Don't you know that a bigger chunk of Nigerian budget is going for what? Debt service and debt payment. How do you pay debt? You don't pay again, you service debt. The debt grows. The debt keep on growing, then you will be servicing it. Are you listening to me? So let me tell you, Niger will be better very soon. I'm telling you, I'm trying to remember for you. Do you know that in the 1980s, most of the menial jobs, shoemaker, repairing of plastic products in Nigeria, those jobs are meted only for the Ghanaians. It's only Ghanaians that repair shoes in Nigeria, everywhere, northern Nigeria, in Anambra, Imo State, south, southwest, everywhere. But today, Ghana has become Spain. Ghana is better than Switzerland. If you are a Nigerian and want to get visa to go to Ghana today, it's just like you sitting for JAMB and WAEC examination. It's very, very tough. Yes, we claim that we are giant of Africa, but to get visa to go to Ghana is WAEC examination, GCE and JAMB. Very tough. So you can see the way Nigeria has been going backward. And at the upper house there, Ahmed Lawan, Senate President, will be telling you that his crop of senators, they are the best legislators ever in the history of this country. While they are the worst, the most robust legislatives I've ever witnessed in this country is this 9th National Assembly. So what are you saying? We will be servicing and servicing debt. Every day we'll be servicing debt. Because Buhari doesn't know his left. Buhari we are talking about, we don't know if it's the real one. It has been argument since 2017 whether Buhari is alive. No, he's not alive. Buhari is alive. Why not bring in Nnamdi Kanu with these claims? Let us call Mr. President in the courtroom. Let them debate with some experts, forensic investigators, people who are good on DNA. We have experts in this country. I think understand. The binocular acid of this Buhari is not the same with the Fulani we have in the Sokoto and Katsina. Let DNA experts, let them test and know if the what meiosis and mitosis of the present president is real or unreal. Why are they not looking into that case? Something is fishy. It was not even face off. They brought an accurate look-alike of Buhari, and he is in charge of Nigeria. How sudden that former Buhari that is taller than Ahmed Saraki, all of a sudden, Ahmed Saraki become taller? Is that not a fact enough for Adam Ochomole to cry out, for Rochas Okorocha to cry out? Those people are not fools. They know what they were saying. Don't you know? Something is switching Christian. But one thing is that providence and history, posterity even, is going to judge everybody in this country. After now, it's going to happen in no distant time. Thank you.
Mr. Raphael Transvent, we've come to the end of Bystanders at the Newsstand this morning. Thank you for participating in the program. Thank you for being a part of the live chat. Mr. Taiwo Odolade, everybody that have been part of the program, a big thank you, a big welcome once again. I want to say a big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi Davies, and also Boss Flip TV, Mr. Biodo Kupolu. Bye for now till we meet tomorrow by God's grace as we have another wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. Bye for now.